we are ready to review the first 2 episodes of My Adventures with Superman.
Yeah. I forgot that, like, I guess it drops at midnight on Thursday, so I was kind of bummed that I didn't get to watch the third one yet. But the third one will be out by the time this podcast is out.
Yeah.
This show is amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
It is extremely inventive.
Feels very fresh. Yeah.
Super fresh take on Superman. The animation is great. The character interactions are great. I love the amount of Clark that we get.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Isn't that amazing? It was like 90% of the, and that sounds so stupid that I'm so excited that it's like majority Clark, because I feel like in any other comic book show or TV or movie, or like, I would be so pissed that we got like 10 minutes of screen time with Superman. But like, I feel like we've gotten so much Superman over the years with like 2% Clark. And I needed it the other way around for once. Yeah. And it works so well. Yeah.
Yeah. Jack Quaid's great as Superman.
Yeah. I was surprised how well it fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great too, because it was like a 2-parter, sort of 1 episode, 2 episode
I feel
thing.
like it needed both.
Yeah. Because the first episode, there's Superman, but not in the suit.
No,
by any means.
Yeah. Which surprised me a lot. Like, I think that's what's super exciting for me, is that it's like a different kind of take on his origin. Like, yeah, he's doing the same thing where, you know, like he's from Krypton and he got, you know, crash landed here, but you know, he's not interested in finding out who he is until he's like an intern at the Daily Planet.
Yeah, like he's scared to know.
Yeah.
Because there is this like terrifying moment when he's a kid, and he's like, who am I?
Yeah, there's like these alien robots that pop out of the ground,
and then he's like, we know that's his dad, but like he doesn't know that, and he's one of the best additions to it is because this is something, and I hope that I don't know if they'll do that in James Gunn's Superman, but one thing that I think I've always thought about with Superman is, if and this goes for any science fiction where there's aliens involved, why would we be able to understand what a completely different civilization thinks? Like, even though I love Star Trek,
I totally
I'm wearing
agree.
Star Trek right now.
Yeah.
When they go to another planet, they all speak English.
Well,
now, I know,
don't they have those translators?
Yes, they say we have the universal translator, but come on.
It's just kind of a cop-out, you think?
You don't ever, whatever, it's fine. but
whatever.
Like, he's like terrified. He's like, gosh, he's Krypton.
And
he's
you
like,
would be
I
as
don't
a
know
kid.
what's going on.
Right. Because the implications are terrifying too. He's like, well, what does this mean? Am I not a human? Am I not your kid? And he goes through all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that it's the fortress of solitude.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of organic-ish machine pod,
grew.
and it grows.
Right. Yeah.
And he's somehow linked to it. Like, when he
uses his powers, right?
Yeah, like he like got like that extra dose, which I was like, that's what is that? That's amazing. Like, it's adding like a whole nother mythology,
another layer to his powers, right?
Yeah. And I love he gets the suit, because he goes back, he gets the suit.
Yeah.
It's kind of like physically or digitally, I don't even know, like put on him.
Yeah, it's like a synthetic suit or something. Yeah,
and then
it's very cool.
And I hope maybe they'll do it with James Gunn's Superman. I love that there's like the regalness, I guess, or of the Kryptonian stuff with that suit. Yeah, and then his mom's like, that needs a little.
I loved it.
Shorts.
I thought it was perfect. I'm not even a trunks Superman guy.
Sure.
But like, damn, that suit needed trunks. And like,
yeah.
And the origin for it was perfect. Like, the fact that his mom was just like, it needs a little something. I don't know. It was great.
Yeah. And it's like, sure, nobody will recognize me. I mean, his hair does look quite different.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
But besides that, his interaction with Lois is...
I mean, the chemistry of all three of them.
Good.
Like with Jimmy, I thought Jimmy was great.
Yeah, Jimmy's like a fucking UFO X-Files nut.
Yeah, but I love the fact that like he keeps nudging them together. And
I love that also Superman cannot control his strength.
Yeah.
Like breaks his alarm clock. It like breaks the sink.
Yeah.
He's not perfect. He's just an intern at the Daily Planet.
Of like original Superman with Christopher Reeve. Like there's a little bit of that in that movie. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I loved that. Yeah, like instant romance that I didn't think was forced at all. Like it felt so natural with him and Lois.
Yeah.
And all the building they do, like there's a little conflict because she lied to him.
Yeah.
And he's, he's a true, goody two shoes and is like, I can't be with you, be helping you. Maybe I would have helped.
Yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't have.
I probably wouldn't have.
Yeah. And I don't know. I thought that was all so great that he had this like internal monologue and he was doubting himself.
And mind you, these episodes, 20 minutes long.
Yeah, like 23 minutes. Yeah.
And I'm getting way more satisfaction out of these than like some other like hour-long episodes of things.
For sure.
And I get like they went off against, they fought I forget her actual name, but her name's Livewire, which was that the villain.
Woman? Okay.
But
I wasn't crazy about the villains, but
sure.
they're fine.
I don't know if you want to know.
I know who the guy is.
You do? Yeah. Okay.
Do you want me to? I mean, obviously we both know. Should we? So spoilers if you don't want to know here, but it is
the guy that fought Livewire in the second episode.
Right. That is Slade Wilson.
I guess before he loses the eye.
I think it's a cool, like we're getting to see a very young Deathstroke.
Yeah.
I'm down for it. I didn't expect that to be him.
No, I didn't know that until I looked up.
Yeah. I actually saw a little like spoiler beforehand.
Okay.
Before I watched it, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't have a huge problem with it. I'm sure he'll grow into an even better villain.
Yeah.
So.
Because I was almost like, is that going to be Lex? Well, he still had hair or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
and then we get to see Amanda Waller, which is awesome.
We did.
I am I heard that Vicky Vale's going to be in this show.
Is she? Okay.
So I am not going to be surprised if we maybe get a Batman appearance at some point.
Do you want that? Do you want other superheroes in the show?
Eventually would be cool.
I don't need it. I don't need it. Yeah.
I don't need it. But I mean, if we're getting Amanda Waller and we're getting Deathstroke.
Sure.
And we're getting Vicky Vale.
Yeah. There's definitely going to be a Batman.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to mention the series was ordered for 2 seasons.
Really? That's great.
Back when it like was first ordered. But there was no confirmation once the Discovery merger went through. But it is getting 2 seasons.
Nice. It already got renewed.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Mm-hmm. Lex Luthor is not expected to appear in the show's debut season.
Okay.
So no Lex this season. In an interview, the executive producer said that the executive producer said that the studio told them to hold off on Lex Luthor, so that thus allowing them to add certain villains that reflect some of our real world modern villains instead. And then, so I guess he'll show up in season 2.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's cool.
Probably.
With me. Yeah. Let it breathe.
Yeah.
Well, I think some other things I was really, really happy with. I love that it started with Kid Clark, both episodes. Like,
yeah, that seems like that might be like a.
I think
maybe
I'm totally okay
thread.
with that.
Yeah.
Like, keep showing us his parents and his relationship and seeing how he grows as a kid. I don't know. I love a little like lesson or like little nugget that we get. That's kind of the theme of the episode almost.
Yeah.
So that's very cool. I definitely loved the beginning of that first episode where he's just doing like good deed after good deed after good deed, like
I had to save the cat.
And then Lois like notices it and she even brings it up later in the episode that she's like, oh wow, he is a really great guy. I shouldn't have lied to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's very great writing. I'm very happy with it.
Also, it's going to be pretty funny because Lois is obviously liking both Superman and Clark.
Yeah.
So that's going to be funny when she's like...
But it's cool that she fell in love with Clark first.
Potentially.
I mean, she did.
Sure. She likes him.
Sure. She's metaphorically falling in love. Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm very excited for the rest of the season. Do we know how many more episodes we get?
I didn't look it up.
Okay. I hope it's like 8 more.
I hope it's like 16.
I mean, if the TV shows these days, I mean, there's no way,
I was like
right?
13.
Okay.
Maybe 12.
We might get 12. Possibly.
I don't want 10. 10's too short.
I mean, 10 is pretty long, I guess, for shows these days. So
for 20-minute episode
for these
shows,
days, I'm just like, I don't know, man. It feels like we're getting shorter and shorter shows.
Yeah.
That's just me, though. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's our thoughts on episode 1 and 2. We'll keep reviewing the show probably late because it comes out on Fridays.
Yeah.
And we don't record until like Wednesdays or Thursdays.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you'll get our opinions here.
Mm-hmm.